A topic that sometimes gives students trouble is working with frequency tables. So we're going to go through finding the mean, the median, and the mode for a data set that is given in the form of a frequency table. Let's take a look at one. A 5-point quiz was given to a class with the following results, and we can see the table that shows the possible scores on the quiz, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then a column that lists the frequency. What this column tells us is the number of students that earned each of those scores. So, for example, 3 students earned a 0, 5 students earned 1 point, 6 students earned 2 points, 5 students earned 3 points, 10 students earned 4 points, and 6 students earned 5 points. A very important thing about frequency tables is that we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data points in this data set. So when we go to find the mean, we're not going to divide by 6. When we go to find the median, we're not looking at a data set with 6 data points. Instead, the number of data points that we've got here is actually the sum of all of these frequencies. So it's going to be 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 10 plus 6. In this data set, adding all those frequencies together, we actually have 35 data points altogether. So when we go to find the mean and the median, and even the mode, we need to keep that in mind, that there are 35 data points, not 6. To begin with, let's go ahead and find the mean. Now remember, the mean is what we get if we add up all the data points and divide by the number of data points. So what we've got here when looking for the mean is we're going to need the sum of all the data points and then to divide that by 35. So the score of 0 happened 3 times, and the score of 1 happened 5 times, and the score of 2 happened 6 times, score of 3 happened 5 times, score of 4 happened 10 times, and the score of 5 happened 6 times. So if I want the sum of all the data points, I need to do a little multiplying and then add all those things together. And so that's going to be, let's see, we'll have 0 plus 5 plus 12 plus 15 plus 40 plus 30. So if I add up all of my data points, and then I'll need to divide that by 35. When I add up all my data points, I get a sum of 102, and when I divide that by 35, I wind up with a mean of 2.91. The main thing to remember here is that we have 35 data points, not 6. So I need to add up all 35 of those and divide by 35 when looking to get the mean. Okay, the next thing we're going to need to find is the median. Remember, we have 35 data points. So in order to find the data point that is in the middle, with 35, we're going to have 17 data points that are lower than the median. We'll have 17 data points that are higher than the median, and the median will be the one data point right in the middle. We have an odd number, so we are going to have one right in the middle to be the median. The question is, how do we figure out which data point is in this position? Well, if we have 17 data points that are below the median, that would mean if we counted up from the lowest toward the highest, the 18th data point that we got to would be the one right in the middle. So we just need to count from the lowest toward the highest until we get to the 18th data point. So let's take a look. We have 3 here, then we have 5 of these, so we're at 8. Then we have 6 of these, so we're at 14 once we finish counting all the 2's. And then once we finish counting all the 3's, we're at 19. So if data points 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 6 more gets me to the 14th data point, and 5 more gets me to the 19th data point, counting from the lowest toward the highest, the 19th data point is a 3, and there are 5 of those, which means the 18th data point is also going to be in the group of 3s. So my median for this data set is 3. It's the one right in the middle, and I got there just by counting from the lowest toward the highest till I got to the one that was in the middle. One really nice thing about a frequency table is that the mode is really easy to find. Which one happened the most? Well, that happened 3 times, 5 times, 6 times, 5 times, 10 times, and 6 times. So the one that happened the most is right here. So the mode is 4. The median might take a little bit of practice, but if you just keep in mind that we don't have 6 data points here, we have 35 data points, and the number of times that each one occurs in the data set is what is shown by the frequency, you should be okay.